got to be really sitting and uphill. So here we're going to ride the idea of extension with collection. Yeah? Uphill, push him up in front of you. Yep, now go. More. More. I need twice as much. Now how felt is you going? Put them together more. Sounds crazy, but you're going to put them together more as you're saying medium. Go, 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 and again to the long side. Good. And now collect it back. Think shorter, rounder as you're going in the medium. Higher, shorter, rounder, higher, and now push it into the medium from that shorter, rounder outline. Going. Yes. Now he's got to use his hind leg and come up. He's going to get strong in the bridle. You might even try and twist out from underneath you and canter like you did. Right? But you have to say, you are not pulling yourself down. You are not running off that hind leg. You keep him up. He's got to use his shoulders and really step uphill into this. Keep it. And rounder, and now go. Better. Now we're getting more expression. That's okay, right? That's all right. Right away, quick as you can, back, and then we come again. Yeah. Yeah. I would. Yes. Yes. Good. Up. Catapult him up and push. Catapult him up and rounder and push as you're going. So, same idea when we did the piaffe. You're quickening into the piaffe. What if I said higher and rounder as you're going in the medium? So we're quietly changing the outline. Rounder, put it together more. Yes. Keep him back on the hind leg. Good. Now shoulder in to make the collection. Really put that right, left hind under. There. There. Really round again. Yep. Good. Keep the jump. Keep that jump. Now you're using the fluidity you just made from the medium. Put that into your collection. Good there. Now he's got a nice fluid trot, yeah? Make sure he doesn't try and over collect. Good. And now shoulder in. Hind leg under. Keep the push. Yeah. Yeah. There. Now you bring it back a little more. There. Push him up. Now the other thing is you're going to feel him grab that bit and try and plow down, yeah? Quicken that hind leg under your seat again. That's him taking the hind leg slow. Just like he tried in the piaffe. He gets slow. You want to quicken the hind leg, make him step under your seat. Good. And now shoulder in. Quicken that left leg under your left seat bone into that collection. Yep. 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 Yeah. Good. I don't know if we've really done a lot of that before, but but the first few times that you do that, I almost always get the same response from the horses, which is, that's stupid. Why are we doing that? So what I want you to get into the habit of is thinking, as you're making medium to collect, that you're thinking about engaging a hind leg to make the collection. Engaging is just a fancy word to say I'm pushing the hind leg sideways. So let's say you're going down that long side and you go to ride to his shoulder in to engage that inside hind leg, and he really tries plowing over the outside shoulder. Then I would still ride the left hind leg under, and I'd make a little bit of a rounder to it. So he's got to lift that shoulder, and that's what I want him to think, that he quickens the hind leg and steps under to come up into the shoulders for the collection. Not that he gets slow, because we definitely want the miles per hour coming back, but we don't want him taking the power. So if you think you just added a lot of power into the trot by doing a medium, take that power and put it in the collection. And then you get a more uphill, more expressive collected gait. Yeah? And then you feel like you've got the power, and all you have to do is sort of just shift gears. But you don't always feel like you have to add power, because you've just naturally got it. Yeah? So if you think you've got 100% of that power, you want to be able to say, from 100% of that power, I can just switch gears and say medium or collect, but not have him dial down the power. Yeah? He takes so you're thinking about like driving a stick shift car. Your core is your clutch, right? So if I've got that power, and if I'm driving a stick shift and my RPMs get too low and I shift, I'm going to stall out. Yeah? So I have to keep a certain amount of RPMs in order to shift. And that's essentially what you're doing when we think about making that power, we want to be able to say, I have the energy, I have that push, I have that thrust, and I can make the power and just sort of direct it, right? So within every step of extension, he's got to be thinking the next step might be collection. And with every step of collection, I want him to think the next step might be extension. So then he's putting power into the collection to be able to just at your fingertips do a good medium, but he's still staying balanced so that if you say, now a little half halt, he's like, you got to collect. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. That was good today. Piaf is coming. I mean, he did some changes in the beginning. It was enough, but now we're working on getting control of it for sure. Come back once in a while, add your change back in. I'm not saying not to do it, because you still want to keep your foot in the door, right? But we're going to get to that point where you're saying half pass straight, then maybe we ride from the third level. So you go half pass to the center line, straight, then you do a half circle 10 meters to a diagonal, and you change near the center line. Now, what you're going to find is that he's going to get so programmed to change near the center line, the minute you make your turn, he's like, might as well do it now. So those are the times when you're going to ride a hint of a hunch's infield or a little half pass until you're ready, and you make it after the center line, so he's got to wait. Yeah. Yeah. So then you get to that point where he's on the aids well enough. You don't need to ride so much of a hunches in or a half pass feel. You can ride it more straight with a little leg behind the girth. But if your leg is a little behind the girth and it's saying, don't do it, and you can feel him trying to twist, that's when you make the extra bend and say, go, you sucker. You're not taking yourself off the aid. Yeah?
Brad would